Hi, I'm Decker. I'm a tutor at the Econ Tutoring Center, and today we're going to go over the relationship between total revenue and elasticity of demand and how they kind of go together, as we'll see in a couple examples in a moment. But first, some of our terminology may not be the same as the professors or teachers that you have, so bear that in mind when we're going through these examples. Now we're going to look at a few examples of the relationship between elasticity of demand and total revenue. So we know this relationship in this example is elastic. So we know that the increase in price will decrease in quantity demanded, and as a result of our total revenue, we'll actually decrease it. Since the price has such an effect on the quantity demanded, since it is elastic, you will see a drop in total revenue. Now let's say we have another firm that drops their price, and since it is elastic, the quantity demanded will go up. Well, the price change had such a huge impact on the quantity demanded because it is elastic, the total revenue will actually go up for the firm. So it's very crucial for a firm to understand how their goods relate to the elasticity that they have for them. Now let's look at another firm. Say their good is fairly unit elastic. So what will happen is if the price was to increase, the quantity demanded would increase, but since it's unit elastic, they're even. The changes would be even. So the total revenue will actually be, well, the same. So that will be even as well because it's an equal change in price and quantity demanded. Now the same thing goes if you were to decrease the price. The quantity demanded will go up, but again, since it's unit elastic, they're both the same. So the total revenue will be equal. It won't change, and that's what qualifies for a unit elastic. Now we're going to look at a firm, and if their good is, if we know that their good is fairly inelastic, we're going to see what's going to happen to the total revenue. So let's say the price goes up, right? But we know that since it's inelastic, the quantity demanded hardly goes down. It's not a huge impact because, again, it is inelastic. So what will happen is the total revenue will actually go up. Now, again, let's say if the price goes down. And again, this is inelastic, so the quantity demanded will go up just barely slightly. And then total revenue, since the price has dropped, will actually go down. So now we're going to go over a question that you're going to probably see maybe in your homeworks or in some exams future on down the road. Now, assume that you own a shoe store and you have discovered that your pricing is along the inelastic portion of the demand curve. What can we predict what would happen if this store would cut their shoe prices? Now, since we know if it's inelastic, the change in price doesn't have a huge effect on the quantity demanded. Like if the price was to increase, there'd be like a little bit of a decrease. So, but this problem is actually asking what is going to happen if they actually cut their prices. So they cut their prices down. The quantity demanded will barely get an increase. It just a small increase, not a whole lot. And unfortunately for this business, the total revenue will actually suffer for it and go down because the decrease in price isn't compensated by the amount of quantity demanded that has been increased. Here's another example or question. If a popular nightclub has decided to increase beverage prices to pay for a new dance floor, what can we kind of conclude that the nightclub owners believe? Now, if they think if they can raise their price, they're going to get more total revenue. So the question is asking, what do they believe in? So if we know anything about inelasticity, which we do, we can kind of conclude that the nightclub owners, they believe that by raising the price, their quantity demanded is just going to be a little decrease, just a very slight decrease, that the total revenue will actually increase with the price increase. Okay, so quantity demanded, that is what the question is asking of what the owners believe in, is that their quantity demanded will slight change. Also known as inelastic. Okay, and then here's another problem. When price increases and we see total revenue decrease, what does this mean about the elasticity of demand? So we're giving price, we see P is increasing, and we see our total revenue is decreasing. So what can we kind of think about is our quantity demanded? We don't know that, but since we do know about how elasticity of demand works, we can figure out that since total revenue is decreasing with the increase in price, we know that the quantity demanded is actually decreasing. And then this would be labeled as elastic. So as you can see, with the price increase, there's been a huge loss in business, and unfortunately for the firm, their total revenue has, well, dropped. So I hope that kind of clarified some things today with the relationship between total revenue and elasticity of demand. Sorry. But if you do have any other questions, please feel free to comment in the comment sections below, or come see us in person at the Econ Tutoring Center. Thank you.